Okay, I'm back after the walk. It's getting cold, 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 cold in my neck of the woods. About 15 degrees out. It's weird being alone this often. I guess it's not killing me or anything, Smalls, and I'm getting used to it, but it is weird. I made some balance changes before I went on the walk. Nothing too crazy, but a few things. First of all, I gave this a cleaning station, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not a very good landmark outpost. There are much better landmark outposts, especially the St. Mercy's Hospital on, I believe that's Meager Valley, or no, that's Drucker. On Drucker, you get 100% infection resistance, 100% infection recovery, and it makes meds per day. This has serum production. I mean, it's a junk. This outpost should have, I mean, it's literally like where the blood plague cure was invented, apparently. Why would this not have infection recovery? And I gave this gorgeous environment. It's not anything crazy, it's not anything big, but I really think these rally points should have something going for them. Now, I understand that they're never going to do anything about it because they don't ever intend for you to be at rally points. But I made my mind up on that and decided that those are the balance changes that this receives. Now, I also went through and gave all of these characters 4 skills each. I didn't go over. Okay, but they do all have 4 skills, and of course they're good skills. Cancer Survivor was done for the morale, film director, so it's nothing too like totally broken. Lies about age, she already had that, oddly enough. And lies about age actually gives you standing rewards, which is sort of funny. But slept in a tree, you know, nothing like crazy, but just a little bit of balance changes because I can tell that not running a base, I mean, it's playing on lethal and you don't get blood plague. You don't get, basically you don't get access to blood plague cure. So I made my decision that we would change the balance a little bit. And I gave us just the slightest head start there. That's not enough to get us through an entire thing. That's 6. That's probably 6 for the whole run. That's 30 plus hearts that have to be killed on 6 freaking blood plague cure. Still not easy. In any capacity. Okay, let's get to it. But it also means that we're not going to get insanely frustrated, which is nice. Let's get rid of this, and then let's go check up and around here. Let's do that mission for some influence. This also means that it's a more difficult decision on whether or not we get rid of the landmark outpost. Now, it's because 6 plague cures to clear 40 hearts. Not easy. Easier if we play better, for 1, but 2, I believe that infection recovery should be a thing now, which we'll test. So I'm pretty positive Dom was basically infected. I didn't change their hero bonuses either. I say I just changed a very slight thing with the rally point, gave it gorgeous environment, so that has that very slight morale improvement, and I gave the tiniest of buffs to the landmark outpost. A buff that I honestly think should be implemented in the game. Because, yeah, I think that landmark outpost is underwhelming. I think there's one good thing about that landmark outpost, one, and that's that it is a biochem station. But you still have to go there to craft, which is why I keep suggesting, why is it that, since they're going to keep working on this game till 3, and you've already gone through and done an outpost update, then it's time for Outpost 3.0. And Outpost 3.0 are more landmark outposts, and You need to be able to upgrade bed outposts, but they always need to work like Spartan barracks. And they can never give you any buffs. The only thing they can do is make sure that you don't get debuffed. And I want to see landmark outposts for virtually all of the different things that you can do. So a bed outpost, which can become a luxury barracks. The auto workshop. I've mentioned this 1,000 times during this playthrough already, but I'm going to keep mentioning it. I think you should be able to use it like an auto workshop. Thing is, you got to take the car there. I think a tier 3.
Not bad.
I think a tier 3 medicine outpost should act like a tier 2 infirmary, or even just a tier 1, just so you could craft at it. Because again, if the whole idea was to, there's no reason to even loot those things, to make it so that people stop building the default things over and over again, then make these buildings act like the facilities. You're halfway there. You're halfway there in making them upgradable so that people use them more often. Or we need to go make that an outpost. Should have done that a minute ago. But excuse me, sorry. Once you get to once you get, you know, a food or a medicine outpost, that's it. Like, you do gardens. Those are the only things that actually make you supplies. The rest of these things make you supplies, so they're just one way to keep up with costs. But they're not actually changing how you build. You're still going to run a workshop and infirmary, and that's usually 2 out of the, you know, you might get 4 to 8 slots. When you consider that you're always going to want an infirmary, you're always going to want a workshop, you're always going to have the command center. From there, you're almost always going to have a garden or a farm. If you know what's good for you, you're probably going to have a watchtower. And yeah, that means you're down to like 2 to 3 slots already. But the vast majority of the facilities already go unused. Things like the power array, like the solar power array. Why would you ever do that? You either get the building boon or you use the outpost. You're using the farm. I mean, we already saw that the farm is just slightly better than the hydroponics if you have the Trumbull grow stuff. And the Trumbull grow stuff is actually just another compost bin. We found that that wasn't actually stronger than any other of the struggling after the walk, apparently, than any of the other garden facility mods. Okay, where do we think this last heart is at? I'm gonna let's go to Fairfield Family Memento, which we've done twice. This will be the 3rd time we've done it. It is cool to revisit these Trumbull missions, though. I am glad we did this on Trumbull Valley. And I'm good with our balance changes. I don't think I made things broken. Like, Devon was pretty damn strong, I'll admit. But this just keeps things a little less frustrating in this journey. Especially with no red talent and no pyro launcher. Even though I'm really close to allowing the pyro launcher, I don't know why we're choosing, or I'm choosing not to use the pyro launcher here. The pyro launcher has that one great strength, and that is it's the zombie killer. You're having zombie problems. I feel bad for you, son, because I got 99 problems and a pyro launcher ain't one. She at? What the hell? She moved. NPC _01 dot name. Oh, there she is. Apparently she doesn't want us to talk to her. It's to clear the throat hour here on Stuck on Pandora.
You got something for me?
Ricky! Improvise suppressor. Repair kit's nice. But you can take all the seeds you want, because we can't craft, Ricky. Hey, Ricky, you so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Ricky.
Ah, fuck me.
Ricky's
Here comes
dead.
the fan club.
I'm over it. I'm doing too much looting anyway. This is bugging out hard. I mean, we got the code name in brackets right now. Ricky, good luck! Oh shit, it's a truck. I hate to abandon a fully... I could run it. I could run it. We could put the Niagara back there so I have a place to put rucksacks and then come back for the truck.
That was noisy.
Pretty sure I was gonna say. I think that feral's coming.
Aim for the head. Almost out.
Let's go ahead and get some heals in, yo. Damn, didn't we come into this with a full mag? Be nice to get a powerhouse going. Sure would be useful. Let's walk in here. Yeah, there is no AoE. But I know there's an AoE on the second one.
It's hurting. Don't let up now. Fire in the hole.
And we gotta be careful. I've given us a little bit of blood plague here to make this happen, but 6 is still not enough.
What a wonderful smell we've discovered.
There's a good cheese spot. Totally hit them both from here.
Looks like we got a bloater. That cloud smells nasty.
Oh, fuck. Oh, they went. Now we're down to 5 of 6, because unless we get passive recovery, in which case I'll go ahead and switch over.
Getting low on that.
What do you snacks to try to finish here? Oh my god, we're having a tough time.
That cloud would kill me dead.
I don't understand how we're not infected. We are 1 bite away, so it's time to test whether or not we get passive recovery from our excuse me, buffing the putting the buff that I feel should be implemented. I think a rightful buff, because it's not OP in the least to put a slight infection recovery into a lab that was responsible for creating the cure to the blood plague, or at least doing the initial experimentation. How do you make that place like so cool, and that area is so cool, and then not make it like a completely amazing... Outside of the biochem station, I'm fine with the biochem station, but the biochem station is, again, just to me an example of why we need an Outpost 3.0, and one of the things of Outpost 3.0 needs to be going back through this game and looking at things like the library. The library should be an outpost, and what it gives you is 50% more XP.
This will slow me down. get killed.
Well, she's still fighting. She's still fighting her infection all the way. So I don't know that we have actual passive recovery. I mean, it says 25% infection recovery, but I don't think it's working like 25% infection recovery. Wow, we have no 22 caliber rounds. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. My plan. Oh, we have 11. I guess that's pretty good. I actually want to run over there and get that truck. I want to get some of this cleaned up so it doesn't like start bogging the game down like crazy. So also, we can put a little bit of barricading into Rally Point. I think it's Northeast Rally Point, but I wish it was Rally Point Alpha, because to me that would make sense. Like, it's the beginning. There. It's a base. Rally Point Alpha, officially a base. It has a wall, a car wall. This is going to be a lot of running to get over to that truck, but to me it's worth. Yeah, let's go to this truck. Then we'll finish the mission. And we'll go from there.
Ew, that freak looks like trouble.
Ah. I'm really surprised we didn't get a giant laggy rubber band there and she grab us by the shoulders and rip on our neck.
Yay, I guess.
Yeah, another heavy weapon. It's great considering we can't repair weapons. So I'm gonna run her pretty well ragged, and when we come back to base, we'll see if, whoops, if Morelia, whatever her name is, has dropped any infection whatsoever. If it's dropped even a little bit, we'll see that it's something, and then it's especially not overpowered. Ugh.
That's a screamer.
Ignore that first shot. It didn't happen. It was all the second shot. Never travel alone. Keep hope alive. Sure looks like that worked out for him, doesn't it? Spring peepers in fall. Well, that's a little weird, but it's okay. That we energy drinked makes the run a little easier. Good training for stamina. Now, she was our beast before I gave her 2 more perks. Which, well, actually 1 more. I guess just Blood Plague Survivor. Let's get a little wits. Why not? So yeah, the rule is you should probably play this game with a base, because this is... You are so limited without one. Clones everywhere.
I need a break.
There's probably so many good building materials in there that we'll never get to utilize. Hippo Thomas. So if my grandma continues to try to get a little better here, and we get her in the next step down facility, I am gonna try to stream some Halo. And it is after that, I've got to also figure out what I'm gonna do with the cabins next, and what our next step with the stream is as a result of all this. There's still a lot that needs determined. And a lot to think about. You gotta love heavy weapons. So much good AoE. That swing will save you every time, so long as you keep the tune. Ooh. Somehow we actually got behind us. Usually I'm not sure why sometimes that works and other times it doesn't. Ooh. Let's empty our pockets into the trunk so we can loot. We got what, a Michigan license plate there? Let's go ahead and fuel up all the way. Oh yeah, all those active bounties. I bet that G45 burst could get through a plague heart.
Looks like it's worth spending some time here.
He totally just appeared. That shit though, that shit, man. Takes me out of the experience every time. Ooh, a little more impact. I'll take it. This is where I like to loot just so we can dump. Where did they even come from? How did we make noise looting something that was already open?
I can't carry that much.
Oh, we're starving to death. And that's why, you know, another reason I didn't feel bad about. We can change that though, but at least making these all really good characters. They're not the best. They could be even better, of course. Because I kept them within realistic limits this time, but I did save hours and hours of re-rolling by making them better than your average survivor, that's for sure. What do we think? Do we think that we're actually getting some infection recovery? What do we think Emma's at? I wish you could see. It would that'd be a helpful metric to be able to see. What is their infection rate at? I think that's pretty much bullshit. I completely avoided that. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get us a med pack. Cause I'm calling shenanigans on that one.
I'd really appreciate some supplies.
Fine, I'm good for it.
You never sound very thrilled about it though. You're never happy about it.
One left.
That was a virtually free med pack as a result of In what is my mind, us clearly edging around that blood plague bloater.
I gotta stay away from these plague zombies, or I'm a goner.
Okay, cure time. Like I said, I'm gonna run her ragged, and then be cool if when you had your character out and they ate a snack, if that got rid of the starvation. I'm not gonna take up a pocket for one bullet.
We've got a lot of empty stomachs here. Let's just hope they can hold out.
Well, they're gonna have to, because we can't drop off a single rucksack, and I think the starvation's only gonna get worse, ain't it? It doesn't get any better. Our only way out is upgrading the command center, hopefully getting a network satellite, and upgrading a food outpost. And if we're not getting infection recovery from our personalized, very small buff landmark outpost, then it's got to go for another construction outpost. We'll know the answer to that question shortly.
I don't see anything useful here.
Hey there, neighbor. Sorry to bother you, but we need some help.
Help us! Spawn mechanics again. You can give us vehicle drop off. It's a lot easier to make it without repair kits. There's at least a few spots on the map
Lucky day.
where I know you can loot a repair kit, but there's no guaranteed spot for a plague cure. Even the oh yeah, stacking system, material storage for something we can't even store. I forget what I was gonna say, but
We're about to be in a lot of trouble.
there it is.
That cloud smells awful.
Oh well. Hardly worth the bullet, but actually if I would have just sat there and let it pop, it clears out in about the same time as gas does. What the hell? I guess we get to put that in our base because the mission totally despawned in the meantime. The mission glitched out pretty good. Which makes sense because we never actually accepted to do it, and Allie wasn't named. So that's just going to be in the old locker now. I can tell you what we need to do. I mean, we're stocked for it as well. We just need to go start killing some hearts.
We're mechanics. I'm teaching our newbie the ropes. I'm trying to.
Learning the ropes.
On my way.
Lifesaver.
He got in way too many hits. He fucking hit that pole.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Get him right, coach. Get him right.
Oh man, our truck is trashed. Let's hope the parts are still there.
Swing and a miss. We good. Oh, we got a tan Norma. Look at that. Looking fancy. What is this? There's a lot of this in this map. There was a catapult. People set up crazy contraptions. Oh, wow. We'll come back for that later, but I'll be damned. That's not marked as a weapon cache on the map either. But there's the foul. Just too bad 7.62 rounds aren't more common. Man, that walk, for some reason my neck is super tight afterwards. What's going on, man? Ugh. Even chugged a Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew! Try to give me a little bit of the Mountain Dew juice. Give me a little bit of pep in my step. Here's the parts, you son of a bitch.
Thank you.
Look who it is. Hang out for a bit.
Never army issue backpack. I didn't know you could just naturally get that. That's cool. And you're not gonna loot the heart, fellas. A friendly provider community with refurbished vehicles. That happened pretty fast. Bounty broker. Well, here's what I'm thinking. Let's go clear Marshall. Now, the base isn't taking it right. We are making 1 material per day. Good. I want to recruit a recycler if possible. That would greatly speed things along. How do we upgrade our craftsmanship skill when you can't craft? How do we do that, game? What do we need to do? Here's our Jeep, which also got recovered in the meanwhile. It's probably speed over trunk space, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about just driving this, yeah, I think I'm gonna drive the Jeep. I'm gonna take the truck back to Rally Point Alpha, as we'll call it, even though it's Northeast Rally Point, and driving the old Vagabond. Driving the Vagabond. So that we have one more little wall here. A different plan. What do you mean? You don't like just hanging out at the radio tower? Everybody likes just hanging out at the radio tower. And we're already down to 16 bullets because I'm being pretty liberal with my use of it. Rudolph the red-nosed bloater over there. Boom, big bada boom. Big bada boom. Excuse me. Hearts. That's what we need to go do. Hearts. Does this involve killing humans? We gotta go kill the weapon stockpilers. We'll probably do that in a minute. We'll do that next. I want to wear her out. I want some Z's to show up because I want to see. I want to give ample time for infection recovery to be a thing.
I'm exhausted.
Sky, the whole horizon looks good again, but the draw distance has definitely been shortened, and I know it. I know it because I could see to the far edges, and then when we did our homecoming run, we found some cool little nooks and crannies. We could not see to the far horizon anymore. No siree, Bob.
Okay.
Yep, we'll always take gas.
Nothing worth taking here.
Like, that's all that's really worth having on our vehicles. Is just keep breaking open fuel rucksacks, getting Molotovs and gas cans out of it. Keep the Vagabond rolling, and you know what this becomes?